Our final account belongs to Kevin. And Kevin is level 302, VIP 8. And there's one special thing about Kevin. Kevin's not really played this game since 2020. Pre-Void 2020. We're talking no Transcendence heroes. We're talking Sherlock was fresh. Rogan was fresh. Russell and Drake were the hottest boys on the block. And everything was good. Right? And do you want to know what an account actually looked like back then? Well, Kevin, I really hope that your account was probably good for then, because it means we got to take a look and see. And oh, guys, look at this. Angels are singing. Oh my word. This is classic. The E3 Heart Watcher, because you needed her to be E3 for the speed. Oh, that's right. Yep, and you needed her to be for the freaking control purify, so that she didn't get CC'd, so she could mark people more reliably. And then you've got the 10-star Delasiums. Oh, and then you're using an Ithaca. This is great. This is freaking heaven. And I also see a ton of stuff here where the double carry, back when multi-carries was meta, we've got Drake and no Russell. That's right, because a lot of people were like, ooh, Russell's paywalled. That was the big thing about the anniversary in 2020, is Russell was behind a paywall. Didn't matter what you saved up to get all the copies of Russell, you had to spend. So everybody got Drake, and loads of people were moaning about Drake. And then Drake got buffed so that his effects would trigger before he attacks. So he was able to debuff people at the start of the round. What a huge difference that is, that when the round starts, you've done defense down. Originally, he had to attack and hit the opponent first. That one tiny change to make it a passive skill rather than an active skill is huge, right? Making him able to do it while CC'd. Beautiful. And Drake is just such a great hero, man. And I love this. I don't want to touch it, dude. I don't want to break it, but the question is, really, how do you take an account as heavenly as this from the golden age of Idle Heroes and move it forwards? What do we want from this? And I think the real question comes down to you, Kevin. What do you want to be able to do? Because at the end of the day, if you've watched any videos about modern Idle Heroes theory and strategy, you'll know Eloise is your key player. Eloise you want to get all the way up to Void 4, and then if you haven't seen already, there's a thing in the Celestial Island called the Cloud Island, which you currently haven't unlocked, but in there you can put in heroes as things called tenants, which will improve Eloise's power. Unfortunately for you, because during the time that you were from, a lot of the heroes that are necessary, in fact all of them, were really good back in 2020. Carry, Ithaca, Tix, right? Tix was brand new in 2020. Ithaca, she was new too, but she'd been around for a while, and Delasium stuff was all the rave. And then, of course, you've got the Carry, who was just phenomenal and the best hero for the entire year, even though she came out right at the start of it. Eloise uses all three of those as tenants, and you already have them. So this account is already set up to lean into an Eloise. So we're there. It's as if you've just started the game again, but you've got a massive head start. And yeah, he's got 13 heroes and 5 of them of dark. Yeah, that's what OG accounts look like. The thing we chase is light and dark. I mean, look at this light food, dude. 6-star light puppets for days. And that is because the Christmas of 2019, there were ways to just farm and farm and farm puppets, so we would just farm light and dark puppets, and we had a ton of them, so everyone just accumulated a ton from each faction. And what you've probably done here as well, I'm guessing, is you've regressed someone. You absolutely have, because I'm seeing a ton of 5-stars here, and it was a Russell. It was a Russell. You said you regressed him recently. Okay, no, you know what? That's a good call. That's a good call. Regressing Russell, not a bad idea. Belrain, keeping her around, I kind of like. Right? She's a support hero. She's got some sustain. When she dies, she does something. She's not terrible. She's not terrible. She's actually got some usefulness. Also, Control Purify is kind of cute. Now, is this a hero that you're going to keep in the long term? Absolutely not, but I like her, and I'm sure you do too. And wow, HP heal effect attack. What a time to be alive. What's the other stone on there? There isn't. But either way, beautiful. We got one demon belt. Let's talk about artifacts real quick. What have you got carrying over? So, oh man, I've just realized if this is 2020, Almost Workshop wasn't out. Or it had only just come out, one of the two. So the idea of you accumulating multiple artifacts to go ahead and mush them together into supercharged artifacts was almost unheard of. So, Demon Bell, Magic Stone Sword, another Demon Bell, 2 Demon Bells is good. We got a Magic Source, Kiss a Ghost, Barrier, 1 Augustus Magic Ball, Punisher, Antler's Cane. Now, you've told me in a DM just now that your artifacts are sad. I don't think they are. Your most frequently had artifact is a Demon Bell. Which, honestly, if you're going to give me an account that's just come back, that's a good sign. Because Demon Bell is the artifact you want the most of, right? Artifacts were expensive back then, dude. And check the relics. He's got 800. He's basically got 2 artifacts in relic form. You can just go with classic strategy, Golden Crown Eloise, get her to do things. Attack is not bad. Attack's good because she's already got a ton of block. She's currently got 145, but that's because you're using a Augustus Magic Ball. But if I remove that, look, 95% block. That's just from her having armor and being void too. So, yeah. Sweet. So you can stick a crown on that with a 95% block. That's beautiful. Augustus Magic Ball isn't actually offering her that much if it's not upgraded. So what I would recommend, if you've got it... Oh, do you have it? I mean, surely you've got withered armor. Is it just floating around? Did I pass it? It's one of those artifacts that old accounts would just kind of have, right? Is it anywhere? Oh, he's got it. It's on Gustin. Oh, yeah. Let's go, baby. See, this is just me knowing. This is just me knowing. Back in the olden days, everyone had withered armor because it was the go-to for horrors. So you could stick this on her, and it's kind of a good placeholder. It's not the best placeholder in the world, but it's going to be better than Augustus Magic Ball. Like, what are you going to do with a 25% attack, some block, and some speed? Not as much as you're going to do with 30% damage reduction and HP. Absolute filth. Now, if you want a hero to add to your roster that's going to be quick and easy to build, let me introduce you to Ignis. Ignis is fantastic, and her final passive, once upgraded to 9-star, gives 100% control immunity to the hero she's next to when she dies. So if you go ahead and... Oh, look at that. My man! He's got 2 here, and he's got 1 there. We can build a 9-star Ignis, baby. Let's go, Kevin. Kevin. That's great. And you got a ton of Abyss food here. Dude, we can do it right now. Oh, I love this. He's got so many 5 stars on this account just sitting around. Yeah, you've got Abyss food and you've got 3 Ignises. Kevin, build a 9-star Ignis. Straight up. There's no question. Just do it. Freaking Nike, bro. Just do it. Because with a 9-star Ignis, that's going to be a control immune Eloise. Chef's kiss. Fantastic. Kevin, I don't think you've got anything to worry about with this account. You have so many heroes in just food. I assume, yeah, they're all level 345, so Golden Spirit, it's locked inside your heroes. And Kevin, I don't know if you know, but a while ago they changed how regressing worked. So when you go ahead and regress a hero, I mean, of course he knows. He regressed his Russell, right? You get the copies back and it breaks them down and gives you the food back as well in a way that you can actually deal with. It gives you all the gold and all the spirit. It is fabulous. So, yeah, it is beautiful, man. It is absolutely beautiful. And yeah, the game is just so much better now for bringing an account like this and just turning it into something good. It is so easy to come back to the game with an account like this and switch it into something good. So yeah, what I recommend doing is just lean on the Eloise. You've already got the heroes built as tenants. Get a golden crown on her. Let's focus down on some demon bells and eventually get some energy feed in here. And yeah, when it comes to your first Transcendence hero, I don't know, man. I think in the time it takes you to get yourself enough crystals of Transcendence, because you're only on 1.4 million, I think you might actually have energy feed. Genuinely, if you're going to push this out and persevere, you could get yourself a Sword Flash in with energy feed alongside an Eloise. That could be pretty darn good. You've already got Rogan, we've already got Drake, got a ton of food here. Bish bash bosh, fun account. You could, however, go for a completely different strategy, which is a disruptive Eloise sustain style team, That would be swapping Belrain into an Andrea and leaning towards Vesa, maybe even Freya after Vesa as well. You got double carry, you got Amon-Ra, we got Tix, a lot of crazy stuff that could help you there in the Realms Gate. And you guys want me to check his bag? Let's go see what he's rocking. And oh, some OG stuff here, but generally pretty empty. Was not expecting that. I was thinking we'd have a lot of 5-star chests, but we don't. Also, open your skin shop packs, dude. But we got a lot of 6-star heroes just locked away in chests. We got some light and darks here. I remember those. They were from Anniversary. I still got some of those, actually. Crazy. And as for the artifacts, you can see them all here in their splendor. I say all of them. Some of them you can't. There's just a torch and a candy bar that are just unequipped casually. I unequipped the Augustus Magic Ball as well. And hang on a second. 2 Atlas Canes? Of course. If this is an old account, do you have loads of Atlas Canes? There's 2 there. 3 because of Ithaca. So we can just upgrade an Atlas Cane. Oh. And of course, because of artifacts, and because it's an old account, you're going to have so much crap, like the Sword of Archangel, or the Destruction Box, which you can go to the Almost Workshop and disassemble. And unique artifacts like this give a whopping 3,600 artifact essence. So you can get a ton of Almost Workshop stuff just off the fact that your account is old and has all that stuff. Oh man, Kevin. This is an account that if you put your heart and soul into, you can make absolutely beautiful without doing very much spending at all, if at all. Because you just have so much residual stuff from your time playing. And that should be a message to a lot of you folks at home. If you've been playing this game for long enough, you can pick stuff up. Because at the end of the day, the way to make progress is time or money. And Kevin had been playing for quite some time before he quit. He's come back, and he did spend some money as well. So yeah, you can get a lot of Almost Dust from here. We can upgrade a ton of artifacts. And you know what? One day, Kevin, if you stick it out, I definitely think this really could be a fantastic account. You've already got a lot of stuff covered for Broken Spaces with Ithaca and a Delacium team. You've got a lot of disruptive and fun heroes to use. You can experiment around. I imagine your Seal Lands are absolutely freaking beautiful. They're not, oh no! But with imprints, you can sort that out. I mean, dude, 11 out of 30 on Abyss. It's no surprise. Back in the day, there were no good Abyss heroes, but you can E5 a Delacium, and you'll have that cleared no problem, especially with imprints. And actually for Forest, all you need to do, literally no joke, is stick some imprints on that Garuda, stick her in slot 6, stick the Rogan in slot 1 with anything defensive. He'll tank the hits, Garuda will do the killing, you've got some good artifacts. Easy frickin' peasy. So yeah, all in all, Kevin, I'm absolutely in awe. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Let's have a look. You'll post updates in Discord, lol. You haven't hit Forest since getting the Rogan. Well, dude, we've absolutely got to try it. Let's go. Because literally, do what I said. Stick Rogan slot 2 and then Garuda slot 6. Should be an absolute breeze. Obviously, you're going to need to go ahead and put some, if you want an easier time, shift your imprints over onto the Garuda. But just watch out with gems. Gems is going to be something you're going to be a little hard-pressed on. But guys, can we just comment for a moment on this gold? 5.4 billion. Kevin. I love it. Team lineup for the Void. Good question. It's probably going to lean heavily towards Eloise and anything that helps her stay alive. Now, the big thing you want to be going with the Eloise is disruption or stuff to make her stronger. Now, Amon-Ra is going to give you bubbles. Amon-Ra with an energy artifact, fantastic. Healing Curse, brutal on opponents. The other thing that's going to screw you over is Garudas, so if we can run some carries, love that. So yeah, carries and Amon-Ra should be a nice and automatic pick for you. And then stuff that supports, like Rogan, his final passive is just easy free attack, free crit damage, free speed, so you want to stick Rogan on the team, probably. And maybe throw in Drake, but you don't have to. You might find that Tix with an energy artifact works better because he can silence and horrify. That's further disruption. Or if you feel like you need to do a bit more burst damage, you might even want to throw in Ithaca with the Rogan and the Drake. But it depends on what works for this kind of account. I honestly don't know. I think, to be fair, if we're going all eggs on the Eloise, you know, all your eggs in one basket, as they say, It probably is just support and disruption and hold the Ithaca Thought for now. It might just be Amon-Ra, carries, ticks, and then a Rogan. I would be happy with that team. If that was my team in Realmsgate, you can probably push pretty far. Where are you up to in the Realmsgate, actually? Where's our Void Corruption at? Void Corruption 49. Okay, yeah, you can absolutely breeze through this. Eloise can do it on her own. So, yeah, with the carries and the Amon-Ra for protection and the ticks for added disruption, you're going to be totally fine. Should be really, really solid. Yeah, you can easily, especially once you get it to Void 4 with tenants and things, Eloise can do easily Realmsgate 100. So, yeah, you should be totally fine. Love it. Absolutely love it. Really fun account. And funnily enough, guys, you look at this, back in 2020, the heroes that were good are kind of still good now. And it's mad, isn't it? That if you were building optimal back then, you were technically still building optimal right now. Now, sure, the big thing that's changed is the addition of Eloise to the game. But you look at the heroes that are good for Eloise. Tix, Carry, Ithaca. Fundamentally good heroes from 2020. So it's really cool to see an account like this where, because you were smart when you played on it, coming back, it's not going to be hard to transition at all, just because of how easy the game's become now. So yeah, thanks for that, Kevin. You've absolutely made my day. I really like this account. And YouTube, I hope you love it too. If you want to see more of Kevin, actually, let me know in the comments section down below. And Kevin, if you stick it out, if this is something you want to work on, if you've decided, yes, I've come back to Idle Heroes for good, reach out to us again. And yeah, let me know when you get that Eloise to Void 4. Genuinely, let me know. I want to see how she rocks it when you've got tenants on it, and just to see what fun you can have with this hero. So yeah, I'm loving it. So yeah, stay in touch, keep it going, and let's have some fun. And hopefully you guys do the same. So yeah, until next time, have a great week, guys. Happy idling.